Jack Benny Program.
Hello, Doctor. Yes, it's me again. Doctor, look, I did everything you told me to, and my cold is getting worse. It's gone to my chest now. I know complications are setting in, and... Huh? No, I don't want any house call. Just suggest over the phone. What do you think I ought to... Huh? She hung up. Right away with the house calls. See, I feel miserable. Oh, nurse. Nurse! That hot water bottle that you put by my feet leaks. It's no good.
Well, I told you to keep your toe in the hole.
I told you to have a patch. You're a fine nurse.
You've only been sick 3 days. I haven't had a chance to get a diploma.
That hat looks ridiculous. Miss Livingston still in the kitchen?
She's fixing you something to eat.
Oh, I can't eat. I have no appetite or anything. What are you doing?
It's time for your cough medicine.
Rochester, I don't want that stuff. It tastes awful.
Come on now, you've got to take it.
Mm-mm.
Come on.
Mm-mm.
Open up.
Mm-mm.
Open wide.
Mm-mm.
Say, boss, did you read where Gary Cooper made $5 million last year?
Wow! Rochester! What are you laughing at?
Last time I said 10 million and you swallowed the spoon.
You sure my lawyer said he'd be here by 10:30?
That's what he said.
I wish he'd get here.
Here you are, Jack. I fixed you a nice omelet.
Oh, Mary, I can't eat. I have no appetite.
Oh, you gotta eat something. Here, this will do you good.
Oh, all right.
Rochester, did Mr. Benny have a good night's rest?
No, he tossed and turned and kept talking in his sleep all the time.
Well, what'd he say?
Said he's going to give me a raise.
Well, I'm not.
You mumble again tonight, and I'm going to stick a checkbook in your hand.
Listen, don't try anything, Rochester, or I'll... Mary,
Yes?
what did you put in this omelet?
Vapor rub. You've got a cold, haven't you?
Vapor rub? That's stuff that you're supposed to rub on. Supposed to use it externally.
Then put the omelet on your chest and leave me alone.
Oh, well. I can't breathe. I'm getting pneumonia. But do I get any sympathy?
Oh, gesundheit, Jack.
Thanks. I got a hot water bottle that...
Gesundheit, boss.
Thanks. Water bottle that leaks. An omelet with...
Your turn, Miss Livingston.
No, I said it already.
Yeah, but I said it after you said it.
Well, somebody say it. I'm superstitious. Gesundheit. It's all Don Wilson's fault.
Oh, don't be such a baby, Jack.
Answer the door, Rochester. It must be my lawyer.
Yes, sir.
Believe me, Mary, I've done a million nice things for Don Wilson. Then he has to go and pull a stunt like this. Well, he'll regret it, believe me.
I'm sorry, Mr. Benny, but I was slightly detained. Oh, hello, Miss Livingston.
Hello, Mr. Kearns.
Here you are, Mr. Kearns. Have a seat.
Oh, thank you very kindly, Rochester. Well, Mr. Benny, I've got all the papers drawn up here. But of course you realize this might come to court and, well, are you sure you want to go through with this?
Positive. I want to break Don Wilson's contract.
Jack, you can't be serious.
Mary, I know what I'm doing. Are the papers in order?
Yes, but there's one minor detail concerning the reference to Mr. Wilson.
Minor details. What is it?
Well, don't you think it'd be more proper legal phraseology if you referred to him as the party of the second part instead of a big fat slob?
I don't care how you refer to him. I just want to break Wilson's contract, that's all.
Jack, you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
I am not.
Mr. Benny, you never did tell me. What was it that Mr. Wilson did? I mean, what happened?
I'll tell you what happened. It all started at Tuesday's rehearsal. We'd been at it all day, and the show was shaping up fine.
Well, the sketch is fine. Bob, your production number looks great. Your monologue's good, Jack. The only thing left is Dennis's song. Now, where's he?
I don't know.
I'm sorry to keep you people so late. Might as well take 5. Take 5, everybody.
Okay.
Come on, Bob, let's finish this game. You're 900 points up.
I'll go over a few lines here.
Yeah, I'll get you, though.
Don, don't get up. I meant to give you this yesterday. Better late than never. Happy anniversary.
Thanks very much, Mary. That's very thoughtful of you. Bob, I want to thank you, too. That silver serving tray you sent made a big hit with the little woman.
Well, Don, you don't have an anniversary every day, you know.
No.
How'd you like my present, Don?
Oh, it was beautiful, Jack. I haven't seen any of those in a long time.
Well, they're not easy to get, you know. I had to shop all over town.
What'd he give you, Don?
A bowl of wax fruit.
Yes, sir.
You give the corniest presents. Last year on my birthday, you gave me a bustle.
No, but it was full of chocolates. Don't forget that. It was a novelty. I spent $1.50 a pound for a bustle, and she's complaining.
What good is candy after you sit on it?
You weren't supposed to sit on it. That was your fault.
Hard centers yet.
Never mind.
Say, Don, with all the friends you've got, you must have taken in quite a haul.
Oh, we got some magnificent gifts, Bob. You just wouldn't believe... Say, wait a minute. I have a wonderful idea. When we're through here, why don't we all go over to the house and take a look at them?
But, Don, it's 7 o'clock.
So what? There's always plenty of food around the house. You can stay for dinner.
Dinner? Gee, now, that'll be an imposition on your wife. I mean, the three of us barging in like that.
Jack, it's no imposition. Lois would love to have you.
I know, but I think at least you ought to call your wife up. I mean, call her up and tell her we're coming so that we don't barge in like...
Jack, it's no trouble at all. Lois is a peach.
Well, all right. But I think...
Where's Dennis? I'd like to run through his song before we break.
Dennis, I don't know. That kid drives me nuts. Whenever we want him, he's not here. If he's not here in time to sing the song, I'm not paying him. You said the secret word. You said the secret word. You want to try it? It's more fun than a merry-go-round. Merry-go-round. Come on, Bill. Now get him down off of here. Hey, Clancy, lower the boom. Dennis. Sometimes I think you haven't got a brain in your head.
Well, I suppose it doesn't take brains to sing a song.
Not necessarily. Crickets can sing, and they haven't got brains.
Well, Jack, I think you're a little confused there. You see, crickets don't exactly sing. Their song comes from rubbing their hind legs together.
Oh.
Hey, I ought to try that sometime.
Yeah, do that. Let me know how it turns out. Now get this thing off. If you didn't rehearse your song, you kept us waiting here for an hour.
Okay.
That kid drives me crazy. No wonder I look 40. Bob, is the orchestra ready?
All except our piano player, Charlie Bagby.
What's the matter with Bagby? Didn't he show up?
Well, he was here, but he was wearing a dirty shirt, so I sent him home.
Bob, with these guys, I mean, what's so terrible about wearing a dirty shirt?
That's all he was wearing.
Oh. Well, no wonder you sent him home.
Kind of worried, though. I think he took the bus.
Bob, you're making this whole thing up.
I think I am, too.
Dennis?
Huh?
Look, we want to get through with this rehearsal. Now, go ahead and sing your song.
With my legs and my tonsils.
With your tonsils. assholes. Forget about the cricket.
Okay.
Malin, will you run it over with Denny?
Like being in love. There's a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I would swear I was falling. I could swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I would swear I was falling. I could swear I was falling. It's almost like being in
Dennis, that was wonderful.
Oh, thanks.
And I must say it sounded a whole lot better than a cricket rubbing its legs together.
To you, but not to another cricket.
I never thought of that.
Jack, everything looks fine. I've got a few things to work out yet, but you can all go.
Okay, come on, kid.
Hi, Mary.
Well, I'm all ready. Where's everybody?
Come on, kids, I got a cab. He's waiting out front. Oh, say, Dennis, Mary, Jack, and Bob are coming over to the house. Why don't you join us?
Swell, thanks.
Hey, wait a minute. Don, now there are four of us. This is an imposition barging in on your wife like that.
Jack, I told you, it's perfectly all right. Lois won't mind.
Come on, Jack, I'll get the coats.
But I still think you ought to call her up and tell her we're coming.
Oh, Jack, stop worrying. Don knows what he's doing. Come on.
Come on, Jack.
Come
It's
on,
perfectly
Jack.
all right. No, come on.
Look, now, what would it hurt to call her up?
Don, how much farther is it?
Just a little way, Mary.
Don, I'm still worried. You sure your wife won't mind our barging in like this?
Lois will be delighted to have you, Jack.
Okay.
Right straight ahead, driver. I'll tell you when to turn.
Yes, sir.
How much is that, driver?
Look,
Mary, let me help you.
Okay. Here you are.
Now, wait a minute, Don. Let me take care of this.
Oh, no, Bob. I want to
Look,
take care
Danny,
of it.
I'll pay you the fare.
No, let me, Bob.
Look, will
Danny.
you two fellas quit this?
Mary, Don sure has a beautiful house, hasn't it? Rose bushes around the door and everything.
Jack, pay for the cab and let's go in.
Me pay for it? I'm not even in the argument.
Go on.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. How much you say it was, driver?
$1.85.
Okay. Here's $2. Keep the change. Oh, goody. Now I can weigh myself 15 times. Wise guy. All right, Don, let's go in.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Well, you know, Jack, I've been thinking.
What?
Well, gee whiz. Maybe I should have called my wife up first. Well, five of us barging in like this. It might upset her.
Don, that's what I told you at the studio. I said call her up. Call up your wife. Let her know we're coming.
Come on, Don, don't be afraid. Let's go in, huh?
Oh, it's not that I'm afraid.
Wait a minute, I can understand the way Don feels, all of us barging in like this.
Barging.
Yeah, barging.
I told you once. I told you 1,000 times. Call her up. Call up the little woman. Let her know we're coming.
Now, will you? Look, I've got an idea. Tell you what. You all go over there at the corner of the house and wait for me. Right over there. Go ahead, all of you. Go on, Jack. I'll be with you in a minute.
Told him 1,000 times. Sure and call up.
Look, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll go in the house and tell Lois that some of the gang may drop over unexpectedly. That'll soften the blow.
What blow? Don, I told you
Jack,
at the
let's do it his way. Come on.
Yeah, come on now, please do. Everybody, get down now. Get down out of sight and be quiet.
Make it snappy.
I will. Ouch! Rose thorns.
Quiet and get off my foot.
Oh, hello, sweetheart.
Well, I thought I heard somebody out here. You're home early.
Yeah. Say, who was in that car that just drove away?
A junk man. I gave him that lousy bowl of waxed fruit.
There's gratitude for you. The banana's lit up and everything.
Say, honey, I'm awfully hungry. You got something good to eat for dinner?
Well, I didn't have a chance to do any shopping, so I just opened a can of tuna fish.
Oh, that's fine.
$2 already. I'm going to get tuna fish.
You're not even in yet.
Oh, it's silly. I told him once, I told him 1,000 times. Call her up. Call up the little woman. Let's not barge in. The silliest thing. Eat dry. Dennis, stop eating those roses.
Oh, I'm hungry.
It's the craziest thing I've ever heard of. Eating roses. How are they?
They need salt.
Stop with the jokes.
Yeah. I just told my wife I saw Mary and Bob pulling up in a car, so you two come on in.
Oh, good.
Okay, Mary.
See you later, Jack.
What about me?
You weren't in the car.
For Pete's sake, I could have been. You made the whole thing out. Let's all go in.
No, Jack, no, you can't do that. Mary and Bob first.
This is the worst mess I ever got in. Yeah. I told him 5 times. I said, Don, call up your wife. Call up the little one. No, he ought to be a wise guy. Top of that, it's going to rain. If I get pneumonia, it'll be Don's fault. Stop rubbing your legs together.
Well, that's not me. That's a cricket. He's singing O Solo Mio.
Solo mio. Doesn't sound like that to me.
Well, that's because you don't understand Italian.
Why do you always have to annoy me?
Dennis, come on in.
Dennis?
Yeah. I told my wife I saw Dennis ride up on his bicycle.
Well, as long as you're dreaming things up, you're going to see me on the handlebars. Use your fat head. How's the tuna fish holding up?
Oh, there'll be plenty. Don't worry, Jack. You're next.
Look who's here, dear. Dennis Day. Oh, Mrs. Wilson.
Look who's here, dear Dennis Day. I ought to have my head examined. I can't get over it. If I told him once, I told him 5 times. He says, call her up. Call her up your wife. Let her know we're coming. Let's not barge in. I knew it. I get sold. Oh, the heck with it. I'm going inside the house, ready or not. If he thinks I'm going to stick him up, buddy. Let me stick him up. Are you a burglar?
Who else works in lousy weather like this? Look, mister, keep those hands up. Now, come on. Your money or your life? I said your money or your life.
I'm thinking it over.
One peep out of you, and so help me, it's curtains.
But you heard him. He was calling me just now. Hey, where are you? Come on in. Look at me. The tuna fish will be all gone. And I told you.
There's nobody out there, darling. You must have been mistaken.
I guess I was, dear.
Give me your dough.
Look, mister. Please. You can't do this to me. It isn't my fault. If Don Wilson had just taken my advice, that's all.
What are you talking about?
I'll tell you what I'm talking about. If I told him what? I told him 1,000 times. Don, I said, Don, call up the little woman. Call up your wife. Let's not all barge in like that. Call her up, I said. Call her up. Call up the little woman. But would he listen to me? No. Wise guy, smart. I said, let's not barge in on the little woman.
I see. Then because of Mr. Wilson, you have this miserable cold.
And nervous shock from being held up.
I can certainly understand your attitude, Mr. Benny. Oh, here's a copy of Mr. Wilson's contract. Look it over. Well, you can see for yourself if this case should ever come to court. Why, Mr. Wilson wouldn't have a leg to stand on. Why, as a matter of fact, we might even...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Mr.
Benny.
Kearns.
Yeah?
Wait a minute. I just noticed something. I don't want to fire Don Wilson.
Jack, what made you change your mind?
Yes, you said yourself that he was responsible for your being sick.
I know. But now that I see what I'm paying him, I deserve it. Mary, I feel terrible. I know I'm getting bronchitis.
Well, it's your own fault for being so cheap. Anybody that has a cold as bad as you have would certainly call a doctor.
I guess you're right, Mary. Who's a good doctor for bronchitis?
Well, I have a very good doctor. His name's Dr. Hillary.
I'll call him. What's his number?
Crestview 54199.
Crestview 54199. Hello, Dr. Hillary? This is Take It or Lose It. For $5,000, what's the best way to treat bronchitis? Yes? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah? What? Is that the right answer? Well, I won't know for about 3 days. Good night. Thank you.